my life, I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And front and center is McCole Hardman, author of an 1,100-yard season so far and hoping to add more. It's the Chiefs and the Bears, and it's...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. That's caught at the 2. And the Bears are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Back to throw. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, Sky Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
43. Mahomes throwing on 4th. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Chiefs at 9-3 here on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Gordon will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon now. He and the offense, they trot back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. To try again after the sack. Fields flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be... Yardage. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Fields. Being chased out left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time, but nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. This pass on target. Velus-Jones with it. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now Fields. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown! Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Santos with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that lines up a 7-play drive all total. And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Steps away to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Fields on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Marcus Davenport. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the full.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
But I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And the tight end is
is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hardman to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st. They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From his own end zone, Fields eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Fields. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll bite, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leo Chanel picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. From the gun, here's Fields. Claypool with another catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Fields now to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38. Well shy of the first down. On 4th down, Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the out route, he finds Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And Butker pulled it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, 43.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon to the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This is Gordon as they go to him again. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
That's pulled in at the 32. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this